Hello students, I am Miss Jaspa Topno, your MSc teacher, and this is your moral science book. The name of your book is Value Education. Students, today we are going to learn Moral Science chapter 1, page number 3. The chapter is about learn to give. How you will learn to give others. Moral of the story. Giving is a noble virtue. It is the desire to offer help, donate, and or contribute to others' cause. Charity is not only about giving money to the poor. There are other ways of doing charity too. Children can be encouraged to teach a slum child, contribute pocket money for a fund of the blind and mute, and give their time in service at a charity organization by working there. Learn to give means you have to learn to give others whatever you have. If you have little pocket money, if you have some small pencil, those are not having, you give them. Giving is not a big work. It is a small work, but you have to give others. Not be selfish. Here is one story. The king was on a tour of his kingdom. On his way to pass by a beggar's hut, the beggar was eagerly waiting to meet the king. He was trembling with excitement, not because he would get an opportunity to meet the king of his land, but because the king was known to be generous and charitable. Means there is one king, he is so generous. And one day the king was moving in his kingdom, and one beggar was eagerly waiting to meet the king. He was trembling with excitement, not because he would get an opportunity to meet the king of his land. That means that beggar is eagerly waiting. He is so excitement. The king is coming, and the beggar will meet him. The beggar thought to himself, what if the king is moved by my flight and he gives me a bag of jewels or a large sum of money? The beggar is thinking, the king will give me bag of jewels or a large sum of money. Just then the king's chariot chanced to pass by. The beggar saw the chariot and rushed towards the king, leaving behind a charitable passerby who was filling his begging bowl with uncooked rice grains at that time. And just he was thinking that time only king comes, and he passed by his hut. And that time beggar ran to meet the king. He caught one bowl of rice. The beggar did not want to miss an opportunity of gain. He shouted praises, long live the good king, the kind king. That time he ran near the king and he shouted and praises. What he said? Long live the good king, the kind king. He was shouting, long live the good king, the kind king. The chariot stopped. The beggar stood at a distance and continued shouting praises. The king's chariot stopped there. The beggar stood at a distance and continued shouting, and that beggar turned from the distance of that king and he shouted. He continues to shout praises. The king summoned the beggar to come closer. At that time, the king said, "Come closer. What is your name?" He asked to the beggar. King asked to the beggar, "What is your name?" The beggar replied, "I am Nathu, a poor beggar, sir. I am your subject, but look at my condition. I have no clothes to wear or food to eat." The beggar replied to King, "I am Nathu." What is the name of that beggar? Nathu, a poor beggar. And that beggar said, "I am your subject, but look at my condition." That beggar said to the king, "Look at my condition. I have no clothes to wear or food to eat. Have you got nothing for your kingdom? All you do is cry and rant. Come on, give me something. What about the rice in your bowl?" King asked to the beggar, "Have you got nothing for your king? All you do is cry and rant. Come on, give me something. What about the rice in your bowl?" That king said, "What is in your hand? Come on and give me." Now the beggar did not want to part with the uncooked rice that the passerby had given him. He knew that the king could not see the amount of rice in his bowl sitting in his chariot. Now the beggar did not want to give him because that rice is uncooked. He knew that the king could not see the amount of rice in that bowl. How much rice is there? The king did not see because he is sitting on the chariot. So he looked helplessly at the king and picked up 4 grains of rice from his bowl. And that beggar picked up 4 grains, only 4 grains of rice from his bowl. He said, "I have nothing much to offer you, sir. I hardly have any rice in my bowl." Then that beggar said, "I have nothing much to offer you, only this much. Okay. But here are a few grains." The king took the 4 grains of rice in his palm and drove away in his chariot. The beggar was much disappointed. He cursed him for being a miser and a tight-fisted. The king took the 4 grains. When the beggar gave to him, he took the 4 grains and he kept. Finally, with nothing else to do, he went back on his begging rounds. Finally, he went. When he returned to his hut in the evening, he was surprised to find a bag of rice on the floor. The beggar went to begging. Okay. Then in the evening, when he returned, who returned? The beggar returned in his hut. He was surprised to find a bag of rice. One bag of rice. You see here? One bag of rice. Then he was surprised. He thought, "How wonderful! Some big-hearted person has left a bag of rice." The beggar then put his hand inside the bag to assess the quantity of rice. When he saw something shine, he quickly turned the contents of the rice bag on the floor and saw 4 gold coins shining in the field of the rice grain. It did not take the beggar much time to understand that it was the king himself who had sent him the bag of rice with the 4 gold coins. The beggar felt ashamed of his thoughtless act and said to himself, 4 gold coins for the 4 grains of rice. Ah, if only I had not been so miserly myself and given the king all the rice grains in my wigging bowl at that time, I would have been a rich man today. Then, in this para, the beggar said that, "Oh, why I gave only 4 rice? If I could give everything, then today I will be rich. Today I will be rich." And he got 4 gold coins for the 4 grains of rice. The king gave 4 gold coins. In this chapter, what we learn? We learn to give others.